Hello and welcome to episode 311 of the Drive the Green podcast. I'm your host, Matty B, joined in Studio K by Bronell Harvin Canoop. On this episode, we recap the Arnold Palmer Invitational, where Scottie Scheffler, we found out what happens when he can putt. Bad things for the rest of the field. We're going to recap the Puerto Rico Open, won by Bryce Garnett.
Briefly.
I said it with a straight face, at least. Where Bryce Garnett beat Eric Coles in a playoff.
Eric Barnes.
Barnes, yep. Coles was the one that blew the third round lead. We're going to talk about the 2024 DTG Sask Bracket, proudly presented by the Rusty Shovel Landscape Shop. Bronell's prepared his weekly update for us. And then we're going to talk about the news, and Bronell and I have a trip coming up to Phoenix, get to hit our Callaways outside. Before we get into all that, we want to thank our sponsors, Player Golf, plyrgolf.com. Use the promo code DriveTheGreen for 20% off your order. The new items are going online very soon, so bookmark it, I guess. Maybe April 1st. We haven't got a date yet, so I'm going to say April 1st is my guess.
I would also keep an eye out for Player Cup, Player Nines, Drive the Green.
Yeah, so for those of you listening, May 11th is the date.
Well, that's
The
2 months. Holy shit.
Yeah.
The Player Cup in Elbow, Player Nines in Elbow is May 11th. So just mark your calendars. If you played in it last year, you'll get in this year. It's not on the site yet, but if you listen to the show, it's May 11th.
Are we playing this year?
Nah, probably not.
No.
Are you attending this year?
I think so.
Don't ask unless you know.
I think
if
I'm
you're
back
in between
from my
trips.
trip, so yes, I think so.
Are we playing? You weren't even there.
I-
If anything, we will be playing, and you'll owe us for not being there last year. So
Run the
you'll be the one
50-50,
not playing.
bud. We'll see.
So yeah, take a peek for that. We're also members of the Callaway family. As mentioned, our clubs arrived in the mail. We've played them indoors. It's time to play them outdoors. Bronell and I will have the opportunity, and with the temperatures outside, you guys probably will too.
Yeah,
it's
soon.
something.
It's supposed to be nice this week. That
Just
snow's going to be gone.
It's a mucky mess.
I hit a handful of irons here before we started tonight in Canoop's garage, and I love those irons. Like, my only goal this year might be to just become the best iron player in this group. That's all I want, is to be the best iron player in this group.
Are you gonna hit them off the tee?
a big ass.
Yeah, I'm going to just hit them. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
Range
Are you
time, off the
fourth?
tee, just...
Are you the fourth best currently?
I don't know. I might have Harv nipped.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'll probably go backwards because now I got pros instead of all CBs or whatever the hell.
Oh,
I
you'll
did
be
before.
fine. You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
you'll be okay.
Yeah.
But they feel really nice.
Yeah, excited. Maybe get a few whacks in here after the show while we're recording and or saving and whatnot.
Yeah.
Last but not least, I'm having a mower tonight. We got Plainsman Pilsner for Canoop, mower for Bronell.
I drank the red on tap at Rosie's last night. It was quite
Rosie's
good.
Red and Moose Jaw is Churchill Red.
Yep.
So yeah, the temperatures have turned. We're off browns. Are we out of browns?
We might be out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got a couple kicking around, but
Yeah.
they'll
For
still
a
be
rainy
good.
day.
They'll
Not
still be
good till
good.
next year now. Hopefully they keep.
They will.
Sure they will.
Don't worry.
But yeah. All right, let's get into our weeks. Anyone want to go first?
Weeks then bracket? Yeah.
Weeks then bracket.
I'm not going first because I got shit
you
on
go
last
last.
week.
You should go last every time because the bracket's in your week.
Sure.
I
Wraps
could
up.
go first.
Okay.
Mine's fairly quick. Just two things last week. That's all I did. I got roped into doing a presentation last week.
I attended.
On Wednesday. So I have this little, I guess it's like an employability conference for our students to kind of learn what makes them employable, those kind of things. They had an HR panel, a bunch of different other jazz. And then they had some micro speakers, so 20-minute little spiels. So I got asked because, well, I think a lot of people said no. And this was a last-minute thing the week before. Hey, we need a presentation.
Known podcast guy. Why wouldn't they ask him?
Monday
I will
comes.
say I attended and they definitely were scraping the barrel. They
How-
weren't expecting much. and they
How
got
are
what they
you the
expected.
guy for employability? You're never there.
Oh God!
I guess be so good at your job that they don't care that you're gone for 75% of the year.
So I had heard that they were going to ask me, so I kind of knew it was coming. But last Monday comes around and we have career fair this week, but I got my weeks mixed up. So I thought career fair was this week. So I was like, oh yeah, cool. I'll like work on my speech and presentation, all that kind of stuff throughout the week, and then I'll be set for next week. Monday comes, I'm filling out my schedule for my students. No, it's this Wednesday. So I had to work really hard Monday and Tuesday to get this
New
speech
for you,
ready. And yeah, I was happy with how it went. I just hate talking in front of that many people. There was 450 people signed up. There was not that many people there. There was
a couple hundred.
Yeah, a couple hundred people. But I was so happy when it was over.
Yeah, and
What
don't
was
leave
the
out,
speech on?
So I ended up relating employability back to well-being, health and wellness, well-being.
and then he
So-
threw
Bit of a
in-
reach,
Don't forget,
but,
don't forget
yes.
what he threw in at the end. He's talking about
I can't
how he
remember.
loves golf and
Oh yeah, I threw a
Golf,
little golf in
Work-life
there.
balance.
Oh yeah.
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 So my speech ended up being around being a athlete in university and then not having teammates or people to rely on all the time, and you get lonely in a new place, Moose Jaw, when you don't know people, right?
Yeah.
And your mental health kind of starts to take a little bit of a turn, and you be shitty, and then you find a sport that you can be competitive at again, and it kind of
Yep.
gets you moving.
I guess
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
and he did. I will say he forgot to say the part where he said if you find a job that gives you really good work-life balance, golf is the perfect job
That
or
is
the
it.
perfect hobby
Yes.
to take up.
Yeah.
Do you also want to tell everyone that you told me you were on at 11:50 and I showed up at 11:40 early to make sure I missed it, and he was
So
half done.
You're lucky because I was actually on at 11:10, but it was behind.
So was it a
Wow.
lie? The time you give me a
Why
lie
would
the whole
why wouldn't
time?
you
Oh,
want
yes.
Maddie there? What's the problem with that?
Because I got a little emotional, a little bit in it. I'm a very emotional
Wow.
person. And I was like, he doesn't need to see this. He'll be okay.
Yeah,
He'll
to
live.
me,
I
joke's
don't-
on you.
I'm
I'm
not
always
a-
early.
I'm not a public speaker in any way, but would there be a big difference between speaking in front of 20 people compared to 400? Like if you didn't know any of them, would there be
No.
that much of a difference?
More
Uh,
people to picture naked. Like,
More-
might be
I guess.
better.
Yeah.
More faces anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of all the same. I did
Yeah,
know a
I
couple
think it
people,
would be
so
about the same.
I was able to kind of concentrate a little bit on the people that I did know, so that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did
Um,
fine.
But yeah, I was happy with how it went, and I was just glad it was over.
Probably had a drink or two that night then.
No, next night, so we'll get to that.
Oh.
Ended up going to the Briar
Might
on
have had a few
Thursday.
the night before.
Oh, right. Briar.
So that was actually a lot of fun. I haven't been to the Briar in Regina in forever.
Hasn't been there
The
forever.
venue that they have there is absolutely perfect. Like, I went to the Briar Patch before, had some supper, had a drink. The space that they have is absolutely humongous. They can fit 6,000-7,000 people in this space.
Yes.
And you don't have to kind of drink your drink before you go into the arena. You get to carry it, walk through the hallways, you get into the arena, go and watch curling. It's just the perfect spot for them to have it.
Yep.
And it shows with kind of the attendance that they had, and they probably raked in money this week.
Yeah, they there was some complaints about the ice from a lot of the players.
And the
Uh,
leaking roof.
Yeah,
I
because
heard
they've had
just
issues in the
bins.
past in Regina with their ice. But I was going to go on Thursday, and then McEwen wasn't part of the draw on Thursday night,
Yeah.
so I didn't attend at all.
Yeah, I still am with some work people. That conference that I talked about that on the Wednesday, they had it in Regina on Thursday, so all of my coworkers there, and then we ended up going to the curling game on Thursday night.
Tough
So
result tonight.
That
Brutal.
Tough result.
that ended up breaking me. I wasn't gonna drink until we went to Phoenix at the end of the month, but you're sitting there watching curling, and
What's wrong
and
with
you're
the pop?
and
you just it's just not me.
And you're
it's not me,
like,
Harv.
no,
What's
It's
wrong
not
with
me.
just a bottle of Coke?
It is not me. You're gonna go spend $5 on a Coke. I'll spend $6 or $7 on a beer instead.
On one?
Yep.
But then you also are going back on your word. Is that not
no, it doesn't mean
weighing
anything.
on you?
His word
Me?
means shit.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
It was hilarious that we didn't believe you the second it came out of your mouth. It was just a
Yeah.
matter of time.
Yeah.
At least I can hold to
So
my
how many?
6 drinks.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was it. I did want to say one thing.
Oh.
It's been a while since I've been to curling. We sat on the side. I hated it. Watching curling in person.
Oh, you can't
on
see the
side is
angles or
terrible.
anything.
Well, you don't know the angles. You don't know what the fuck's going on because you get watching one rock going down and then people are
And they only got
cheering and you miss
one
it.
match on the TV,
Yeah.
probably, right?
It's arguably worse than NFL football.
Yes. It might be better if you sit on the ends so you can kind of see down the sheet. I think that would help, but
Well, curling's up
Didn't
there with
like it.
football for TV sports.
It might be
Yeah.
number one over football for TV sports.
I would
The
agree.
announcers go
Golf
a long
might
way.
be number one.
Nah,
I
having
think for
been
TV
there and going to a few golf events, like
It's all right.
it's
I
fun.
think if you were really into, like, I'd like to say on a scale of 1 to 10 curling knowledge, I'm about a low 7. So I can't think like
Don't sell
3
yourself short. I'd say you're probably low 9.
Well, I'm just saying more that I can't think more than like 2 shots ahead.
Oh, well.
I'm talking about like the 3-4 shots ahead people. I think it would be awesome to go to curling and sit on the end so you can see that develop because you can see the rocks coming down and stuff like that. But for me, it's more if you're there and you're watching from the sides and there's 4 games going on, you're just there to drink. And that's
Yes.
why the Briar Patch exists.
Yeah.
Right? Is you go there, you drink, you're just in a general area with other people and cheering at times.
What did they do in Moose Chucks? We're getting the Worlds.
Yeah, Moose Jaw is a known hotbed for curling events.
Well, it'll just be in the curling rink,
yeah,
probably,
just
right?
like last time.
Yeah.
A lot of old people.
I'll be attending plenty when it
I'll
comes.
go.
Yeah.
So 8 on the week gets me to 176 on the year.
Okay.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
I'll go next. Similar to every other week of my life lately. It's our hockey season's probably going to be done. We lost in the playoffs last week, and then Bronell and I are headed to Phoenix. So hopefully my team wins this week, but if they lose, we're done. So hockey will be over. My daughter's hockey they play 5 games this week, including a Tuesday night trip to Warman, 2.5 hours away, that I don't have to attend because I'll be in Arizona. So feel bad for my wife, but
Lucky.
They're taking a
such is
bus?
life. They were taking a bus, but a few of our team doesn't want to, so it went the cost like 150% up. So the manager said, "Yeah, no, I'm not asking people for this much." So they canceled it. So now
fair.
everyone's on the hook for their own rides. So there'll be carpools involved, but so they got
Jeez.
Warman and Weyburn this week. So we'll see. I'm just basically waiting it out. We got tomorrow at work, teach my 4 classes, and then I guess the beauty of teaching post-secondary is you just cancel class.
Is that what you're doing? Nobody's doing it for you, I guess?
I have a guy, I'm hoping that he can help me out with one of them, just because I have a staggered class, so I'm hoping he can catch me up the stagger, so then when I come back, they're both on the same terms. But yeah, so a little stressed heading into tomorrow, but as soon as I leave there I might leave at 4 tomorrow.
You won't even know.
I won't even
You'll be
care.
gone.
It'll
Nope.
just be me and Bro now. But before I get to my boost count, this week's algorithm, Matty B's algo, high-rise construction.
Gone wrong?
Nope, not gone
Oh.
wrong. Just guys running around, iron workers up on top of buildings, running around cranes, that type of stuff. No,
That's it.
I mean, there's mixed in like a wreck here and there, like that guy we talked about. But there's a bunch of like just iron workers running around. But then my other one is caving. That couple of those guys that go into those caves and they're like can
Oh, yeah,
barely
nope.
fit, claustrophobia
Nope.
city. I watched probably for that main caving guy, that bald guy, 45 minutes to an hour of just like his, and I was just like kept scrolling. I'm like, how does he get like
Yikes.
where and when does he get out? Like, how do you know where you're going? Like, do you
Yeah,
how
that's-
because you can't scout it out.
No.
Like, what happens if you crawl all the way in? And it's just like, oh, I hit the dead end. Now I just crawl all the way back out. What's the point in that?
Backwards?
Have you watched those?
Real
Harv?
life mazes, I guess.
Yeah, have
That
you
sounds
watched them?
awful.
No, I
Yeah,
won't.
No, thank you.
Don't.
I just feel like
It's literally a guy with a water bottle and a light and a phone, and he just like creeps forward.
And
but
a
then
phone?
he's like, well, whatever he's taping, a
Oh,
GoPro or
sorry.
whatever.
Yeah.
But he's literally, he's like, see that hole back there? And it's like you can barely see it. It's like the size of his 2 feet together. He's like, I'm gonna go through that, and then he just like backs his way into this hole, and he just basically disappears. His hand comes back out and pulls the camera down. It's like, oh hey, I'm right here now.
like that guy's gonna die.
Oh, 100%. But the weird part is like a lot of the comments are like, when this guy dies, like, who's going to know? He just didn't come home that day. What cave is
Yeah.
he in?
Yeah, like he's just
He's not on Instagram Live or anything.
Yeah,
right?
and who's going to get him? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that guy died in there. I'm not following him in.
Yeah.
I'll maybe go
Small
retrieve his
little-
Hey, you're just
phone.
gonna
Asian
shoot a
guy.
bow and arrow in there and hope it hits him, and then drag him out.
A grappling hook.
Yeah, something along those lines. Like that's your only
yeah.
option.
Yeah. So those were my 2 algos this week. I did have 11 drinks. Short week. Obviously, we're taping this on Sunday.
I'm counting mine tonight. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I can count mine tonight because it normally would be in regular booze count.
Yep.
So I'll go to 12. 12 for 118 on the year.
Can't believe the
Okay.
lead that Canoop has, and with him going back on his word, like knowing you guys are gonna catch him.
I know.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'll go
No
next.
one go
Well, I
back.
wasn't quitting forever.
Might
It
pick up a
was
few
for
on him
3
this
weeks.
week, but we'll see.
I'll go next. I
Said
did
over-unders.
I got a algorithm thing, but other than that, like, so we got my kids a Switch here a couple weekends ago, and just got like the
Oh, you should just bought mine.
yeah, I think you said that last time too, but we got like Mario Kart and Mario Party, just like the fun
Yeah, you
ones
should
to
have
play.
bought mine. I have both of those.
Yeah.
And then, but so my son got a gift card for GameStop
From me.
from Bronell's kid. And so he went and he was like, I'm trying to like push him towards like Smash Brothers or like similar games that you can just all play and goof around with. And he picks this Luigi's Mansion 3. And I haven't played any
Yeah.
like RPG games where you're the guy. And like, I don't know, my kids are like scared of it because of the ghosts and the creepy music.
Uh-oh.
So they don't want to play it. And then
You can take it back and get a different game.
well, I ain't fucking taking it back because I started playing it the one night,
loved it.
Saturday night, and I haven't played these games in honestly probably like 15, 20 years. Any type of game, like wasn't a Halo guy, any of those where you're like first person or whatever. But my wife worked Saturday like 12 hours, so she went to bed early, and I'm like, I'll give this game a whirl. I end up playing this game till 3 a.m. I look at my phone because it's just like so addicting that it's like just hard enough that you're like happy that you beat the level. And you're like, I got to see what's next. And I go, and then I like pick up my phone, and I'm like, holy shit, it's 2:45. I'll just finish this level, and then I'll go to bed. But I played it for probably like 5 hours Saturday night.
That's unreal.
Sweet, though.
But it was fun, and like my kids woke up the next day and they turned it on and like, whoa, who got all these levels done? Like, putting a shift last night,
Yeah,
kids.
Dad helped you.
But so yeah, I'm big time hooked on that. Like I might be addicted to it. Like anytime my kids like today they went on a play date, I'm just firing it up and I'm just playing. My wife's in the back cleaning the house and she's like, "Can you help with this?" I'm like, "Not a chance." But yeah,
That's
so-
unreal.
Did you have it hooked to the TV, or are you playing it on the?
oh no, on the
console?
TV
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
like the Pro controller or
Yeah,
whatever.
You
But
slide the 2 things in the side.
yeah, so it like I'm big time into it right now.
That's
so
awesome.
I got to get all the other ones now. Like
I've
I'm
been
just-
playing Mario 3 on there.
Oh,
Throwback. Yeah.
well that
Yeah.
leads me to a
You can get the whole NES package and play all the old games. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I got to buy that.
$5 a month.
Something like
Dusty's
that.
All-Star Softball.
Yeah.
I bought my kids Switch. So last Christmas 2022, and paid that. I've paid that $5 a month since then, and
Yeah.
I don't think anyone plays it. I get the
Jeez.
notification every month. I'm like, I gotta cancel that, and then all of a sudden I'll just hear like, "Dad, this won't work." I'm like, "Yeah, I canceled it." And then he's like, "Well, I just want to buy one game." So then I renew it in the month, like a week after I cancel it every time. I think
We
I
have
cancel
yearly,
it.
I think.
Yeah, it's
So-
$5 a month.
So that actually gives me a second algorithm thing, but I've just been watching this guy play Nintendo games like Mario and like beating him in like world record times. Like it's just like 5 videos of him just beating Mario in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like he's not doing it, like he's just
Like
going
the first
so
one?
yeah,
Yeah.
where they like go and warp and then he's like bing 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 bing
4,
and he's-
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he did it in like under 4 minutes. It was insane.
That's
But
crazy.
so that's one of
Gonna be
the
fun.
algorithms that I've kind of been watching, just people playing old Nintendo games. And then the other one, I got on this thing of like those like eating challenges where you like go to a restaurant and they have their like eat this
For free?
yeah,
yeah.
massive poutine in X amount of time, you get it for free. And so I've just been watching like burgers
Yeah.
and my thought on is like I don't like when the professional like competitive eaters go because they just like eat the bun and then they'll eat the burger and then
Yeah,
like
you have
it's
to.
not-
You should have to eat in a certain way.
exactly.
Yeah.
But it made me
it's meant
think
to be
like,
eaten.
have you guys ever thought about trying one of those? Like I know like brew house has like that like $50
Yeah.
burger you can buy,
Yeah.
and if you finish it, it's free. Like, and you get a shirt.
I tried some of those challenges in high school, just like with my friends. Like I tried the 4-liter milk one, failed, but like I was like doing it right. Like I was dunking cookies in it and everything.
How far did you get on it?
Like 2 liters, I think.
It's funny you say I did it right because I also did that. I think in grade 12 was when that was a thing.
Yeah.
And we just went out onto the front lawn of the school, and there was like 6 of us, and did that, and I threw up like 1.5 liters in.
Yeah.
Because I was just chugging it.
It's
You're just
so
trying to get
much.
it down.
Yeah.
The only one I think that I would do would be like a steak, a
Yeah.
monster
Like a
steak.
John Candy and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
but
Outdoors.
the-
I saw
worst
a
part-
reel on that today. Like it was like 196 ounce steak that they like cut, and it's like
I would say this: if it were free, like if it wasn't a hey, because that's the reason why I don't do it. I don't want to spend the $50 in case I can't finish it. If it were just like you had an open account at these places to go and try it
Wow,
for the
it's
content,
ridiculous,
then I
but
do it.
Yeah. Pizza I can do.
There's
a
an
lot.
idea,
I can
eh?
eat a lot of pizza.
I think I would give a pizza one a whirl. Like I put in a shift at the Pizza Hut buffet. I'll
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you that.
There's a
For
content
sure.
idea though, like
Just
not for us, but just like the guy that only does these eating challenges. Because if you had a page that had follows and stuff like that, you wouldn't have to pay for those things when you went to do them.
Yeah.
That's true. Yep.
And I think that's what these guys are doing. Like
Yeah,
they're probably not.
the restaurant's happy to give you $50 for the promotion.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so that got me thinking like if you'd want to try one of those. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. Like I don't know how many are around Moose Jaw. Like I wonder if
Not much.
Rosie's or has
If
one. or-
Mad Greek and Moose Jaw had 3 pounds of boneless ribs, I could pass that. Or the family pack to yourself, I could give her a run.
Yep.
Depends if
How big is that family pack? 10, 8 pounds? 8 pounds of
That's
ribs.
a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think you could have them all sauced. There's no way you could eat that much of that sauce.
Oh, I'd love
I could just eat the sauce straight.
a bowl of it.
Oof.
Stupid.
Any
and then
beers?
no,
Oh, you're
none.
not done,
But
sorry.
only other thing I watched that Ricky Stanicki movie.
Yeah, we found out that it was out last night, and I heard it was average at best.
It's certainly underwhelming compared to the preview.
all
because
the
the
funny
preview
parts
was
are in the
like-
preview.
Well, there's a few other ones, but I was expecting it to be a lot.
Well, the thing I posted
More.
said comedies are back.
Yeah.
And like raunchy swearing comedies, which it looked like. And yeah, literally last night, Bronell and I went out after the hockey game, and the guy we were with said, "Yeah, it's out now." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's okay.
Glad
Like
you
it's a
watched
good
it.
it's a good watch, but I was expecting it to be a little funnier, I think.
I thought about downloading it for the plane.
Hmm.
But yeah, other than that, no drinks, so 55 on the year.
Good for you.
Okay. Has anybody watched Full Swing season 2 yet?
I
I've
started it.
started.
I'm 1.5 eps in.
I'm 1 in as well. You're not in.
They
you're
buzzed
0 in.
through a
I
lot
wanna-
in
I want to
episode
try
1.
to
Two
binge
majors?
as much as I can at one time. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah, they're 2
Start
majors
it.
deep after 1 episode.
They went through the Masters quick.
Well, because John Rahm won it.
Yeah, and they're the first episode is Brooks and Rory showcased.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They didn't show Block once at the PGA. They didn't show.
Apparently, they don't show them at all
which
Well,
is
they
in the
should.
good.
entire
Good.
thing, which is
Would have to
which is
pay 'em,
good.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but
I thought about downloading that as well for the.
But that's what you should
yeah,
do.
but season one had me wanting to come back to watch it. I watched the first episode, and that was like 2 or 3 nights ago, and I haven't really felt the urge to watch the second episode yet. I don't know what it is.
Is it?
It's,
Is it
and,
better
and
than
it's
the first
arguably
one?
better than the
Yeah,
first season,
yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, they did a good job of it.
It was
but
pretty
yeah,
good.
It's not as I don't know. I think it's 2 because like season 2 came out or season 1 came out like right in the peak of the divide, right?
Well, that's why I thought this
And,
one would be better.
Well,
It's
so
supposed to
maybe
a
it
lot
gets
about
there.
a lot of
Maybe
the
it gets
first
there.
episode is Rappaport and these guys going on and on about what's going to happen to golf if a live guy wins a major, and that was like the whole theme of the first episode. And it's like, what are you guys talking about? Like everybody we've known this whole time that there's still good players on the live. Like what do you mean what's going to happen to golf? Like why couldn't DJ Brooks, Cam Smith, or Bryson win a major? Like what? Just because they're not playing
I think it's
competitive
called,
golf week in, week out.
Pumping up the show, I think. is
Wow.
what
Yeah.
you're
But
looking at.
they went overboard on it in the first episode for sure. So
little too much
Just my
like
point.
drama, like build up type
Yeah, just
not
because
you're just looking for more
the
of
end of the
behind-the-scenes
episode,
stuff,
yeah.
not the hype stuff.
the end of the episode is Brooks winning the PGA Championship, right? So
yeah.
I guess
And-
they set that up, but
Yeah, it'd be nice to know when that part was actually recorded.
yeah,
Right? Like if that was December for them to just
because
put it on tape, or
Well,
if
no,
that was
lots
in.
of, I mean, lots of it
October.
was like at the tournament, like all the interviews with Brooks. Like we didn't have many like Brooks on his couch interviews. They interviewed
showing his
wife a
empty
bunch,
Yeah.
bookcase or trophy case or whatever.
yeah, but
Kirsten and I
Yeah.
were talking about that tonight and asking if I had started watching it yet, and I said no. And I'm interested to hear her side once we watch the second season, because she had made a good point. She's like, you guys already know what happens, right? Like, you know who won
Yeah.
these tournaments when they started showing them. And she's like, I have no idea. So
Yeah.
for her to know that they're through 2 majors probably wouldn't phase her at all, right? Where we know, like, hey, this isn't
She'd
in
actually watch it?
chronological order. Yeah, oh yeah, she will. Because
Right.
we
Yeah.
watched the tennis one and the
Oh yeah,
Drive to Survive. So
I think where I kind of hit a wall with this type of stuff is I like a more of a documentary than I do like all the post-production interviews. You talked about when did they
Yeah.
actually tape those interviews. Like the post-production stuff I don't love. Like I would rather tell me what happened at the time and then show me interviews at the time
Yeah.
or someone explaining what happened, not talking in the current sense 3 months later to just fill in the blanks.
yeah.
Like I just want the shit that happened just remind me of what happened almost.
Yeah.
Give me the behind the scene interview at that time. Don't interview them after the whole show is over and be like, "Hey, we're putting this in the show, talk about it."
yeah,
I
we
don't
need
like
to fill
that
some
stuff.
time.
I'd rather
Yeah.
have the interviews with full swing at the time they happen and then they decide what goes in and what
Yeah.
does.
Makes
think
sense
that's
to
my-
me.
And,
All right.
I have one way to tie that into the challenge, Harv.
Yep.
This season of the challenge, did you notice that Nerisse was wearing the exact same top in every single diary room?
Yeah.
So she would have done all of them after the show was over, probably.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Same top, hey?
The same top, and I noticed.
But different hair?
It-
Like,
it-
did they try
no,
to
no,
sell it?
exactly
Is
the
it-
exact same thing.
Same,
Really?
same bright pink top, and that's why it was so noticeable. Bright pink, low cut. It's just like every single interview of the entire this show is 15 weeks long,
Wow.
and
Crazy.
every interview it's like, what the hell? She's still in the same shirt. Other people at least change their outfits.
This is a perfect segue into my week because
Okay.
I was going to talk about
You wore the same shirt all week?
no, but
I wore a pair of pants. I wore a pair of pants 2 weeks ago. I actually meant to put that in my thing. Thank you for reminding me. I wore a pair of pants 7 days in a row about a week ago.
oh, nice,
Like,
cool.
to work?
Every single day.
Cool.
Nice.
Mine was because
My light blue jeans. You know
I'm
those?
packing my suitcase or my golf bag, I guess, for this trip. And
Oh, I
I've
can't
always
wait to
been
talk about this.
I've always been a mood dresser, like so I always pack like way
Too
more
much.
clothes than I need
Yeah.
because
You never
I
know.
just what do I want to wear that day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I'm
was
only
trying to plan my golf.
I'm only
outfits.
golfing twice. This trip I'm being strict. I'm only bringing 2 golf shirts and 2 golf
Well,
shorts.
I got 3 and 3 just in case.
Yeah, who knows? What if you guys do an extra round?
Yeah.
You
Well,
can double up.
Now, exactly.
Yeah, but it's
That's-
dirty. You
Exactly.
can't.
No,
It's dirty at
no.
that
I'm
point.
going
Run
dirty.
a load of laundry at
I'm
the
I'm
place.
going light. I'm going light load. I'm going one of everything. I usually bring an extra pair of underwear in case you never know.
Shit yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
a good
this
idea.
trip,
One's
no,
got-
it's the
One's got-
bare minimum.
Really?
One's got sparkles on it. Am I right? Harv?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is risky.
It's a jinx, maybe.
That is
Yeah.
risky. That's the
You're the
one I
king
wouldn't
of 'em,
fuck
so-
with. Like I could get ditching the extra pants, the extra shorts, but the underwear.
Okay.
I forgot how little room there is inside that golf travel bag once
this
you
is
get your
where
clubs in there.
I know where we're going with this. So Bronell is an anti carry-on backpack guy, which
No.
is his entire
I'm
problem.
bringing a backpack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
why
can have
don't-
a carry-on
Yeah,
and a backpack.
I don't
don't you
want
have
that
a-
carry
That's
on.
exactly my
Why?
point. He is
I
an
don't want that-
anti-carry-on guy.
Then I got 3 things.
Okay, so
to
what's going to happen
But
when
now
you
you're
show up
talk-
there and you're like 52 pounds and then they open it up? It's like, you
No,
can't
I'm-
pack all your clothes
I'm not going to
in
be
here.
52. All my clothes are in my backpack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
but-
thought you were
but-
packing them
no,
in your
but
golf
that's
bag.
the
Some.
point. That is the point of this entire conversation.
They don't
He's
like that.
packing light.
No, they don't.
He's packing light because he only has a backpack.
I'm only putting golf shoes and sandals and one hoodie in my golf travel
Yeah,
bag.
they won't
Okay,
get mad
that's not
about
bad.
that.
They-
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
It's
Yeah, okay.
shoes. So I
Yeah.
put my shoes. Sometimes I'll put shorts in the golf bag, but I pack a hard case that goes above and a backpack that goes below, which you're allowed.
That's a normal thing to do.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't want it.
All right.
See, that's the so
And I don't have one. So
What, 4 days or 5 days?
4 days.
But seriously,
4
do you
days.
want one?
5 days, 4 nights.
Okay.
You don't have one? I have 6.
I'm not bringing one. I'm good. I'm
I
good.
can't wait.
I'm all set.
I can't wait for the way back when he's like, "Can I use a little extra space you got?" I bought some stuff.
Yeah. I ain't buying anything. 2 more things. Sorry, my week's taking a long time here. I spent most of my week cleaning up glass this week. I dropped. So I was cooking the one night by myself, and I got this big wok for Christmas. So it has this big glass lid. I dropped it on the floor, and like literally a million pieces of glass everywhere in my house. And like it went downstairs, and it just like went everywhere. And I'm
Getting
still
in the
finding.
feet?
No, I only cut myself a little bit on my finger, but yeah,
No kids,
they
luckily,
they weren't there. No,
and they haven't found a piece in their foot, which is nice.
not yet. No,
What about the dog?
no, he's fine. Hopefully,
Yeah.
but yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I just probably give Canoop ideas if your dog got hurt.
Honey, I smashed the wok lid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my last
And it's
one.
all saucy.
Last one was I finally broke my Wendy's V card in Moose Jaw.
Nice.
Twice. I actually went twice this week.
That
Because
good.
I got
eh?
my kid a Frosty today and junior bacon cheeseburger. But the first time I went, I got a Baconator. My comment is, why is Wendy's so mayo heavy? Every burger they have is just mayo.
It's mayo and soft buns. That's their
Yeah,
go-to.
well,
and their
yeah.
bacon's good.
Like the idea of not putting mustard on a burger just blows my mind.
Mustard
It
is where
has
you're
to
hung
be,
up?
It has to be on there.
It does not have to be on there.
Unless
I
unless
agree.
you're talking flamethrower with like a hot sauce on there, a mustard has to be on a burger. It's outrageous to just have mayo on there.
Well, Burger King doesn't have mustard.
What does that say? Burger King's awful.
Little
I don't
guy,
know.
big
People
DQ
love
guy.
Whoppers.
Big DQ guy over there.
What's BK? Mayo and ketchup?
Yeah.
Yes, unreal.
Fancy sauce.
Fancy
Uh,
sauce.
did you get that orange?
No, they didn't
Frosty?
have it. They didn't
Is
have
it
it.
not out yet?
It must not be out in
the orange
Canada yet.
creamsicle one or whatever?
Because I was getting that for sure.
Hmm.
I also didn't know they had vanilla. I thought there was just chocolate.
Oh,
Yeah,
vanilla.
it's
It's
just
strawberry
soft
for a
ice
little
cream.
while too.
Strawberry will be back in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ice cream. But anyways,
I also love how
Imagine
they,
getting a Neapolitan.
I've always got a kick out of Wendy's marketing being you can use a straw or a spoon. It's literally ice cream. Why would you use a straw?
yeah.
You cannot use a straw.
But that's
No.
that was like their
unless
marketing
unless
thing.
you let it sit in the sun for 20 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. It's just melting ice cream that you're drinking.
Yeah.
Do you guys dip your fries in it? when
no.
you go?
No.
No, Walker Hayes is an idiot.
Churchill booze count. I was light until last night. I only had 4 drinks going into last night, and then I had 8 last night. So 2 more tonight, up to 14 and 129 and 70.
Standard. Yep.
129.
Jeez,
Nice,
you
gotcha.
are way up on them.
I might
I had
actually.
108 in a week, and you're
Yeah.
almost catching.
Almost. I'm 50 back.
Ain't that
This
far.
week's gonna be tough though.
Speaking of beers, good thing you brought that 6-pack in. I'm gonna have another.
Yeah,
one
got
more.
me one too. Let's get into the Sask bracket here.
Yep.
Rusty Shovel. Do you want to give Rusty Shovel a little shout out or?
Yeah. So, spilling all over myself. I think now is a great time as we get into the melting season to not only remind people to reach out if they're planning on doing any landscaping this year, to take advantage of their wonderful do-it-yourself plans. Obviously, they'll help you through it. They'll look after everything, and then they'll give you, here's your plans, here's all your materials, here's how to do it. Do it yourself. But I also wanted to bring up artificial turf.
Oh yeah.
As a Bella Turf, proud provider of Bella Turf, I want to toot my own horn again. Done a couple putting greens, done artificial turf. It's fantastic stuff. So maybe you got that mud in your backyard, which was grass at one point. Now it's mud.
Dog
maybe
piss.
just think, what's that?
Dog piss, wrecked
Dog piss?
grass.
Or right now, as you see shit's melting, and all those people that have artificial turf front lawns, they're already
Look
green.
Unreal. Yep.
Just like, just brush the snow off. It'll melt instantly, and boom, we're green. So reach out to the Rusty Shovel.
I do have a question regarding landscaping.
RustyShovel.ca.
You might know this. Did they do anything with retaining walls?
Who?
Like Rusty Shovel. Will they have information
big
on how
time.
that
I
happens?
built 2 last year.
Okay. I might need to do
Allen
something
block
on
to
mine.
animals.
Yeah. Because all they did over here was some 6x6s, and
Yeah.
they are falling over, and my fence is leaning sideways. So
Yeah, so, I mean, you're looking for not concrete retaining walls.
I would prefer not to spend that money. Yes.
Yeah, we'll investigate.
I'd probably hash that out after the pod, but
Wait, if Rusty
was
Shovel
more
does
the
it,
Allen
you
block
never know.
tandem walls.
You never know.
They do tandem walls.
All right, there we go.
all right, let's get into the.
And if I can do one, anyone can.
Yeah, it's true. Let's get into the recap here, a little bit of the bracket. I think we ended up at Dakota Dunes versus Green Hills last week. Dunes ended up taking that matchup. Then we went back to the opener side. We had White Bear against Wascana. Tough one for Wascana. They did okay, but White Bear ended up prevailing there. Tough hole to beat in the first round. Then Deer Valley against Candle Lake.
And Candle ended up winning, eh?
And I know there was plenty of people
Yes,
that
sir.
were a little bit upset with the picture used for Deer Valley, but I'll give you props. It's impossible to find a picture of 18 at Deer Valley
Oh, I've looked.
from the tee.
I have looked for every single
Without
picture.
all that goose shit all over it, bro.
Every single picture in this bracket, or every single
Is the best of
hole
what
in
you
this
could find.
bracket
Yeah.
has been looked through on the website, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter in some cases, and
And a Google search.
yes, and the
Because
Google images.
what's today? Estevan versus who?
Estevan against
Moon Lake.
Moon Lake Moors.
Like Moon Lake's the better hole, more likely, but that picture of Estevan, I don't think does that hole any justice.
Right. And that's the problem.
It's
is
not
if-
that
That
bad.
hole ain't that, or that picture ain't bad at all.
It ain't bad.
So far
I don't remember
and-
that hole, and I
and
was
it's
like,
actually-
oh, that's actually a nice picture.
We'll go to that one right now. It's actually split. Moon's beating them on Instagram, but Estevan's beating them on Twitter. Mainly because they reposted the poll. So their members are seeing the poll. If
do
you're
the
listening
work.
to this and you run your course's social media, then it's a good idea to do that. So that's a good one that we're going to be following into tomorrow. Waskasiu took care of Jackfish on the closer's side pretty handily.
One more
also-
round. One more round.
Also, blowout was Cook over Lloyd, which, I mean, Cook, I think you could put a picture of a donkey's ass on
Well,
there.
that picture
and
that
they
you
would win,
picked
but
is nothing special.
it's just the first tee.
yeah, like it
But,
doesn't even.
but so was Lloyd's.
True. Yes.
But
Not enough people know that Lloydminster is an amazing golf course.
I think
They just don't.
last year it was in the best shape ever. So maybe,
Look
We
out
kinda-
this year.
yeah. And they've been making improvements. Like they worked on 2 there.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
They got,
3, you mean?
3. The dog leg around the
Oh yes,
water.
that's 3.
That's
Yep.
3, yeah. And then Loon Lake took care of Silverwood. Sorry, Harf, but
Again, the picture probably played
Kevin-
a factor there.
Kevin from Silverwood did repost, so props to him there. And yeah, they did okay, but Loon Lake won.
One of these years,
the first hole,
they're gonna
Loon Lake
pop off and
should win that whole side if I was voting. But
I mean, maybe
I'm
next
not.
year we just do the best par 3 courses in Saskatchewan, and Silverwood's got a chance.
hey, they will always be in the
They
bracket.
got a chance.
they might be the number 1 seed in
They
that
might be.
bracket. Yeah.
Hard would be happy. Happy.
So this week we have some good ones. We have Northern Meadows against Nipawin tomorrow. So
Oh, that's big. Heavy
that's
hitters.
a tough one. Then Royal Regina against North Battleford. That's on the closer side, 18s. And then
Okay.
back to openers, Katepwa, Long Creek. It's kind of a
That's an easy one for me.
that picture I have for Long Creek's real nice.
I don't, but the hole stinks.
Yeah. This is maybe the hardest vote of the whole bracket for me. The closers bracket is Willow Xena 9 against Saskatoon Golf and Country Club 18. Knoop's never played
Don't
there.
know
so-
either, actually.
Ugh.
You mean you've played Willows?
As much as I hate to say it, Willow's going to win that easily.
That picture we have for Willows is
That's
real nice.
That has wood on it, like on the creek side? right on the front side of the creek. In front of the green?
No,
that's
Bridges 1.
Bridges 1, yeah.
No, it's the 9th hole I'm thinking of. But
Bridges 1 is a...
Oh, you're thinking of Lakes 9.
did we see it on Instagram this week in a video?
Oh, no, that was that one.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
But they just have, not in front of the green, they don't have the wood, do they?
No, like on the backside or like.
Oh, and the bunkers on the backside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Bridges 1.
No.
We're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Could have hashed that out after the pod.
Yeah. Nice one. And then the last two matchups of the first round, we got Elkridge Birch 1 against Hillcrest 1. So, tough one there.
Never know.
Hey, at home course, maybe we get some...
Maybe get some reposts.
Some numbers there.
Yeah, absolutely.
and then
Take
the
this
whole
thing all the way.
the last matchup of the first round will be on the closer side will be Legends 18 against Roster 18. So once we get into round 2, it's going to be closer
You're gonna
matchups. You know,
When? So that takes us to when? Next week? Next pod?
yeah. Well, I just named 6 matchups. Yep. So we'll be into the second round.
Can't wait for both of us to just say which one of us is capable of posting the bracket at noon today while we're in Phoenix. Not it.
Well, that's the thing is if we don't have
we're
data.
the same time. No, we're the same time. It's not on Pacific time, is it?
No, we're an hour ahead.
Yeah, but
In
time
which-
changes. Didn't time change
Time
today?
change. You'll be on the same
Yeah,
time.
we'll be on the same time.
Oh, really?
Arizona's Mountain Standard Time. Same as Alberta.
When does time change?
Tonight.
Oh, really?
It already changed.
Yeah, it's changed.
Oh, it was Saturday. Yeah, Sunday
last
at midnight.
night.
Yeah,
Yes.
last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was last night.
Yeah. I always thought it was Sunday nights at midnight, but because people always sleep in for work on Monday. Pretty sure
I'm looking
it's
it up right
tonight.
now.
I think it's Sunday night.
It's
at
still
midnight.
8:30 in Phoenix right
yeah,
now.
it's Sunday at
It's
midnight.
9:30 here.
Yeah, it's Sunday at midnight.
Did it for sure change this week?
Type in daylight
Oh.
savings time.
It definitely changes today at some point.
No, it's at.
It would have
it's
last
at-
night. Yeah.
No, it's tonight. It's the Sunday because people
No.
always sleep in
It is-
late for work on the Monday.
Yeah, it's never the
Saturdays.
Saturday. It's never the Saturday.
Yeah, it's Sunday at midnight.
Yeah. He's right. He's right.
Because it's literally been a thing for years that says change your clock so you don't sleep in.
You
Yeah,
guys
you're
are
right.
hi-
Get to
You guys
Scheffler.
are high
Get to
as
Scheffler.
shit. Time change for 2024 daylight saving happened last night. Here are the details on how to spring forward.
No.
Okay, so
I don't
what?
believe
Written
you.
March 10th.
So who's wrong about Phoenix time then? Because they're an hour behind still.
Doubly,
said that.
Doubly wrong. No, I didn't say it was the same time as
I
us.
looked it up today. They're on Mountain Standard Time.
Wow.
And we moved to the same time as.
We don't
We're
move
always
times.
Central Time.
No, Alberta moves to Saskatchewan time today.
Yes.
Yes, and that's Mountain Standard Time, which
Yeah, but
Arizona is
it's
on.
all fucked up. They're fucked. They're fucked.
We're fucked. It sounds like.
The time changed
Should we
last
get
night.
onto the tournaments?
The time
or-
changed last
Get
night,
your sheet
and
out.
they are not the same currently.
Just start talking about Scottie Scheffler. Who cares about this?
Yeah.
Arnold
far are
Palmer
we in?
Invitational.
A long ways
An
in.
hour? Are we an hour in yet?
Well, your week took forever.
Yeah.
Arnold Palmer
Sorry.
Invitational. Scottie Scheffler ran away with this thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Amazing what that guy can do when he can putt.
we have not seen very many close events with many big names this year. The close events have been the no-name guys, right?
Yep.
We haven't seen big
So which
drama
are better?
There haven't been any close events really
with the
with big guys,
No.
right? Knapp was 40-1, and he was the lowest odds
Yeah.
on the year. Other than
And
now
it's-
this week.
It's a damn shame because I love 18 on this course. Like it's a perfect finishing hole when it's close.
You're right.
You know.
One of the best shots is when Arnold Palmer at like 75, hit that driver off the deck that just like ran all the way up.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the
That
best shots ever.
That was his last one, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I figured it out. Arizona also doesn't observe daylight savings time like Saskatchewan, so we don't. Neither of us changed our clocks, so that's why they're an hour behind.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Weird.
So at 11 a.m. there, we'll be posting the bracket.
Yeah, even better.
Anyways,
Sorry, go ahead.
Probably the biggest news out of this win from Scottie Scheffler is that he switched to a mallet putter.
And
Rory's
It-
advice, wasn't
there
it?
was a bit of a learning curve on the first couple days, but then it got hot.
16 for 16 inside 15 feet on Sunday. So
That's insane. And there was that one stat that said he
That's-
had 9 straight one putts, like
Yeah.
the most of his career, or made 9 straight one putts. When I first read that, I read it as he had made 9 straight 1-foot putts, which I also thought was kind of believable for him because he's not a very good putter. So I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty good for him."
He did it.
Yeah, but
that's funny.
I'm interested to see if it's going to stick around because he's obviously putted with a mallet putter before, and he went away with it. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see
Yeah,
if this ends up.
we're not
lasting
saying
and-
that he's fucking back at putting
no,
right now.
No,
Like,
Yeah, but
did he
it's-
ever?
You had a good
Well,
week or
that
a good
Masters
day.
week that when
But-
he beat Cam was
Yeah.
unbelievable that week
Yeah.
as well.
It really feeds into the whole these guys prior to even this week with the stats, right?
Yep.
Tee to green, tee to green, tee to green. He's unbelievable. First, 144th in putting. And similar to Morikawa a couple years ago, we talked about if he can putt, he's unbelievable. Well, Scottie's taken that to another level. It's like
Yeah.
if he can putt whatsoever, it's game over. And
Like,
then
we're
you
talking-
talk about 16 to 16 today. Like they have no chance against him.
Yeah. Like we're talking prime Tiger ball striking right here.
Well,
This-
what's
right now.
his
Like,
those
it-
stats?
This is it's seriously
I know.
that at that
Tee
level.
to green in his 4 tournaments he's played, like
1-1,
shots.
2-1.
Yeah, 1-1, 2-1 in the
Yeah.
4 tournaments he's played.
But
Like,
prime Tiger had that ball striking and he was the best putter on tour.
Yeah.
So
But that's
or
what
second best.
But that's it goes
That's
to show
insane
it
to
goes
think
to show
about.
right
It's
now
silly.
how good Scottie is. The fact that he's so on and he's still finishing well, but just
Yeah.
can't putt. Like
Yeah.
if he can even figure out some semblance of a putting stroke,
Yeah.
there are going to be a lot of people that are just
Yeah.
they might go to live.
It's a clinic.
Well-
Yeah, they might. He might be the only guy left on tour.
He the tournaments that he's played are not the Puerto Rico or
The wins that he has.
Yeah,
You mean?
right?
They're
The ones
playing
that he's
elevated events,
The ones
yes.
that he's played are all elevated events. So the best guys that are still on tour are there, and he's still 1-1, 2-1.
The issue
That's
is
insane.
is I think when you get to like the Masters and stuff like that, it's just if he can putt at all again,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
see you later.
Did you
Yeah.
guys see the videos with his dad and his wife
No.
after? So there was one with.
I watched the end.
Did you see the Ted Scott stuff
No.
where Ted Scott, obviously his caddy, walks up to them and they were just like, "Oh, Ted, we're so proud of you. You were so amazing this week." And it's like,
Over the top.
carried the bag around.
Yeah.
And he's like, and the dad's like, "You were great out there all week. Like you were so
They're
good.
just so
I'm
positive.
so
though.
proud of you." And then there was
Yeah.
a video of Lowry walking off, and he was like, "No one's got a chance when your son's playing like that." And they're like, "You had a great tournament too. You were right in it."
Oh my god.
I
It was
can't-
just
no.
That's
over the
that's
top.
just annoying.
No
yeah.
one's that nice.
Yeah, I
it
know.
was too
No.
much. It was too much. But
Over under 1.5 majors this year.
under
one.
One exactly.
Yep. Don't know which
might,
one.
might be 0. I do think he's gonna win next week though.
I think he's going to win the PGA Championship this year.
What about the Masters?
I think I got Will Z there.
But Ken.
Shut
What about Scottie?
Don't even fucking get me. We'll get there soon, I'm sure.
And then did you guys see when he got his cardigan? Like they always get cardigans, and then it was just like a bunch of cardboard boxes that they just pulled this cardigan out, and like there was like a bunch on the table. So I don't know, kind of lost a little.
Yeah,
of
lost
the
a little bit.
luster of it for
They
me.
didn't
like,
bring it on like a mannequin buff.
Yeah, not like you're getting that green jacket. You're just getting this.
Yeah.
What size are
another
you?
one.
XL,
Yeah.
double XL. Oh, this is
where's
a
the XL box?
Yeah. So that
Like
lost a
clear
bit of its
plastic
shine
tubs
for
if
me.
you're-
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Lost
Like-
a bit of its shine.
Like
for me.
that guy needs to look any older too by wearing a cardigan.
That
Like,
beard is
I like the
he's
beard.
definitely dying.
He's
that thing,
40
right?
years old
Like,
with
it
that
looks
beard.
dark.
Well, no,
Yeah,
if you look
but-
too, like he's been in the sun because he's got that Stuart Sink hat tan
Yeah.
going too. So I think it's his beard's so dark because his face is so dark right now.
Yeah.
I love the beard on him.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, he needs it. He looks way worse without it.
That's what everybody. It happens to everybody.
I just still can't get enough of
Doesn't
him
it?
being the.
No, well, I can grow one, but everybody that can grow one and does do it at one point. If they go back, it's like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You look stupid.
That's the only thing. I can't grow a beard, but I'm like terrified to shave now because I've had it for so long.
I don't
Like
remember
had
last
whatever
time
this is for so long. I just
Yeah.
don't want to shave.
You should.
I don't.
Whoa.
Yeah, he hates my facial hair because he knows that I'm just like one ahead of him.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like
say,
literally
I'm
one
ahead of you on
one
the
I was
hair.
just
scale.
gonna say that.
If the puberty scale
One
was
hair
1 to 10,
ahead.
yeah,
Maybe 1 hair per cheek.
yeah. You're a 6 on the hair puberty scale. That's
Yeah.
A couple other notable things. Rory, I guess he drove number 10, and that's maybe the first time ever that has happened.
It is for sure the first
Maybe.
time ever.
Who knows?
First
We
time
don't
since
know.
2003,
you're still
for
clinging to
sure.
the pre
Well, who knows?
2003 thing. Eh?
Who knows?
Yeah, because they were really hitting it really so
Wait,
far
you
back
think
then.
the T was where it was
Oh,
before
Oh,
that?
here we go. Yeah, the T.
You might have a point there.
Wow, I'm
Let's
just
speculate.
saying.
Let's just speculate.
Yeah,
Alright.
speculation. Lucas Glover came out. He finished 30th this week, but he came out and said he's not happy with how they're doing these signature events. Like, why are we limiting the fields when arguably the biggest signature event of the tour is next week at the Players, and it's the biggest field.
Not
of the week as
arguably,
well.
it is the biggest event. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So
Lots
know.
of talking points this week from a lot of people. Wyndham
we'll get
saying
to the
they-
other,
Okay.
the other
Yep.
stuff, but we'll get into Wyndham right away. But yeah, I just thought I just feel like the PGA Tour is so hung up on trying to run the live down and do things to make it better with limited events when it's actually going the wrong way. Yeah. There's all these tweets about the viewership numbers and all this stuff. Yeah, Arnold Palmer had 4.5 million, and the Live had 250,000.
Those are real numbers. Yep.
Who cares though? If anything, in my mind, wouldn't that make pros want to go play on the Live?
Well, I
can just go play. No one's watching me. It's just a round with my buddies, and
That's
they're
what
going to
those
pay
guys'
me.
mentality is for sure. Yeah, but
yeah,
That's
those
going to
guys,
pay me
that's
$100 million.
That's not
bucks.
Rory's
But
mentality.
The reason
Yet.
why they're doing
Rory is going.
the reason
No, he's
why they're
not.
doing it is because Liv thinks that by them doing it and posting that they happen to beat the PGA on an off week and stuff like that. Just okay, well, we're actually still Big Brother.
Yeah.
We have to remind.
But
you
how
a couple
many
times.
people watched the PGA when it first began?
Yeah, but it's just more of don't post these things because then we will do the exact same thing that you're doing and embarrass you.
So I
just think that's the problem with the PGA. They keep doing that when it's just let these guys fuck off and do whatever they're going to do, and you guys just keep chugging along with what you've been doing for 50 years. That's
Not wrong.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah,
So I had wrote this down because I wanted to ask you guys about this. We've seen a bunch of YouTube numbers come out and Caffeine TV and whatever the hell else is out there.
I still don't
right?
think that's a
With
real
getting
channel.
a bunch of different views, right, online and it being on there so people can go watch it after. I don't understand why people are shitting on them getting that numbers of viewership online after the fact when we go and watch YouTube golfers all the time and we say those are the guys that are the most marketable, right? That's everything that it is.
I
Where
don't
PGA Tour you can't, right?
Yeah.
I can't go watch today's round after
Yeah.
the fact today,
Yeah, I
right?
think
Which
it's
is
more-
shitty.
yeah, you could. Just
No.
record it on your TV.
Well, other than that.
Because it's on
But
TV.
it's
not
the
every-
easiest thing ever
Yeah,
to do.
but right now, not as many people now have that DVR as in the past. So many people
Yeah.
have cut the cord where
Yeah.
they say, hey, whatever.
true.
It's done. Right? Where you can just go to YouTube and now I could go watch all of Hong Kong last week for Live. And they're getting 200,000 views. Right?
Yeah.
So I
And I
don't
agree.
know.
I agree with Harv. Just let them do what they're doing. But at the same time, it is kind of annoying when they keep posting their numbers to try to say, "Hey, look
both
how
ways.
well we're doing." Well,
Yeah.
Both of
it's
them.
not
Yeah.
comparable.
Oh, maybe
It's
they
not
should be
that well.
comparing Live Hong Kong after a year to PGA Tour today. Because if it's just about who watched it, just because the PGA you can only watch it live versus, you still got to count those post.
Yeah, I don't know how
live
many people are
views.
watching in the
You never know.
outside a week.
Well, they had put those numbers on last week. They were up 90 and 150% over the last year after year projections for what they had for views. So if that ends up keep going, right? Who knows? Maybe they get to 750.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, it's not a profitable endeavor, no matter how you cut it,
True.
except for the players.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just annoying at this point in every way. The division in golf is annoying.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Absolutely.
The NHL, there's the NHL and there's European hockey. Does the NHL ever post things about,
Right.
the
Just let
numbers
them
on
be
the
a
Europe
separate league.
over in Europe? Like, yeah.
And the KHL never posts
Yeah.
about out the NHL.
But
I
I
mean-
don't think either of those entities are the ones that are posting that stuff. It's other people that are posting it that we're seeing.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Like it's not
yeah.
Live and PGA
Yeah.
Tour saying, "Hey, these
But
are our numbers."
sorry, yeah.
this week."
NHL media or hockey media doesn't
Yeah.
care about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's two different
Yeah,
leagues.
PGA Tour shouldn't care, and the Live people shouldn't try and blow it up to more
say
than
we're
it is.
better than
yeah.
you. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Wyndham Clark in the news for a couple things this week, or in the tournament talk. He cheated.
I don't. That's so dumb.
Is it though?
It is dumb.
I don't
I-
think so.
I think the reason why I think it's dumb, and I don't really have an opinion per se on whether it was a penalty or not. I think it's dumb the fact that the camera just happened to be on him doing that at that time when there's probably 12 other guys in that tournament alone that did it, plus 500 guys over the past 3 years in the final 3 groups that have done something similar that just didn't happen to have it zoomed in on.
You're not wrong, but that doesn't make it still not a penalty.
No, it
right?
does.
And
It absolutely
shouldn't.
doesn't.
No, because
it
because
absolutely
they're not
does
in,
not make
no,
it a penalty.
because they're not in the final round. Right? That's really the only reason. Right?
No, it's
because
because
majority
the
of the
fact that
times
the camera
that it happens,
just happened to be on it, and
but
everyone does that. I
all of the
guarantee
time
you.
when the camera's there, it's always on the leader or someone that's up near the top. Right? So if someone does that when they're in 50th,
no, I'm saying a leader does that lots too.
oh yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
and it should be a penalty.
If you
Brando
haven't
came
called
on.
it before, then you can't.
I
call
know,
it
but
now.
they need to. That's the shitty thing about the PGA Tours. They don't enforce any of their rules. We have that one. We have the slow play penalties that they don't end up ever
Yeah.
enforcing. Right? Like if you're gonna enforce the rules, do it correctly.
Yeah, I just
because-
Well, the way to you have to have video of every shot.
that's the only way, and they
Yeah.
don't. So therefore, they
Otherwise,
cannot call it
you-
a penalty.
Yeah, otherwise you cannot use video for penalties.
Right, which is exactly the reason why it was not a penalty.
Now, if his playing partner was like, "Hey, moved," then
But
it's
they
a
all
penalty.
do
So
that.
what
so
do you-
it's
Well, they're not going to say anything.
So
absolutely.
What are you gonna do? So me and you were playing in the final group. I'm gonna go hit my ball. You're gonna come over and watch the ball as soon as I get within.
No,
6
I'm not.
feet
But
from
if
it.
I see it,
Yeah, but there's zero chance that that's ever gonna happen, right? Because you have to come
Therefore-
and literally watch every single thing that I do, and then it's gonna have to happen again. There's rounds are gonna take 7 hours.
So
Hey,
I guess the
get it
question
right.
is who's
Yeah.
enforcing the rules? You're gonna have a spotter with every single player on the tour then?
Hey, spotter could be fine. Video still
You
can
can
happen.
have video.
Absolutely, they incorporate video and everything else. Hey, where did this cross?
you can't have video as the first thing to call a penalty. Like if it was like, "Hey, your ball moved," then the rules guy can go to like the video.
So think
Maybe.
about Patrick Reed however long ago when he had
Again,
Again,
grounded his
same
club,
thing.
right?
Yeah,
Shouldn't-
I agree.
Like that's the thing. Like Patrick Reed shouldn't get the grief that he got over that because Wyndham Clark just did the same thing.
Yeah.
Other guys do the same thing.
Yeah, I actually think that Patrick Reed's was a little more gregarious.
Which
What's
one
it?
are we ta-
Egregious?
Egregious.
Which one are we talking about? The sand
The
or
sand, where
the
he
plug
swept
lie? Or
The sand where he swept it back.
But that's it. I think Wyndham
He was
Clark's
literally
is
just
worse.
he was just putting his club down to see how far down.
Yes, so but that's within the rule. Brandel had talked about it. You can set it there, but you can't press it down because then that changes the lie, right? And that ball, you could make the argument that it actually got worse once he put it down because it kind of settled down a little bit, right? Where maybe it was propped up a little bit, but that shouldn't mean that he doesn't get a penalty because it got worse.
I still believe that you can't prove that it wasn't the weight of the club, because he just set his club down. That grass is thick. He could.
Yeah, but he
didn't
lifts it
press-
up and pushes.
He just lifted up and set
I
it
know.
back down. Lifted up, set it back
I
down.
know.
I mean, but like everyone's doing that because like they're trying to get that club as close to the ball as possible.
Yes,
And
to
then the
mat
ball-
the lie down so they can get the ball
Absolutely.
on the ball.
But the ball
Absolutely.
moves, so it's a penalty.
I agree.
So what if?
But-
so what if the
Yep.
average
No
golfer
one would've
just
saw it
nudges
if it wasn't on
forward a little
video.
bit? Am I right, Bruno?
I got breaking news, but it was definitely a penalty. Breaking news out of Pittsburgh.
Russell
I'm gonna
Wilson.
fucking kill myself.
Oh,
That's the
man.
breaking news.
Cancel the pod.
No way.
Yeah,
It's league minimum.
1.2 million.
Russell
So,
Wilson on the
so
Steelers.
40 million this year for
So
him.
that's it for Kenny, I guess. But they're saying it's going to be a competition between the two.
Oh my.
Who wins that?
believe
Who
it.
Hey,
wins
here's
the
what
starting
they
job?
did.
How
Here's
are
what
you
they
still
did.
here?
They don't have the stones to fire Tomlin on their own, so they're bringing in Russ Wilson to tank this season, and they can get rid of him.
It was stuck in QB hell.
Oh man, that sucks.
They don't have the stones to fire Tomlin after another 9-8, whatever it was.
Maybe they made the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I mean, too many teams make the NFL playoffs now.
Yeah, that's
Too
fair.
many teams.
Too
Did
many
the Commanders
teams.
or the Titans make it?
I'm not saying that anything about that. I'm just saying
No.
that
Me
seventh team doesn't shouldn't
No.
like.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was right.
But and then
Fuck's
the other
sakes.
the Wyndham
Breaking
Clark
news.
the other Wyndham Clark
I'm out
stuff.
for the rest of
He's
this
getting
pod.
dragged right now, pretty bad for his loving of this.
The tour should have 100 players.
Yeah, tours have 100 players, more signature events with less people in it, and he got
Yeah.
people weren't happy with those comments considering he's a bit of a late bloomer himself and was getting into
But how many
those-
guys aren't late bloomers in golf? Like not late bloomers, but how many guys don't come up through the ranks and have to kind of earn their way on tour? Like the top of the top 20 or whatever, right?
Well, I think
are
it's
like
just
Yeah.
elite
it's
from the get go.
poorly timed considering there's all this stuff about the
Yeah.
guys not getting into events and like struggling, like they're PGA Tour members, like.
Yeah, like
And now
someone
you're
posted
saying
a
cut
picture
them all
of
together.
he
Like
finished 104th like 3 years ago or 4 years ago or whatever, and it was
And
like
not to mention, a few months ago he was rumored to be leaving. So essentially, he's railing on saying, "Hey, we just need to do what I was going to leave to do, but didn't
oh yeah,
last minute."
and we'll get into that in the news.
but he's a friend of the pod, so we can't shit on him too.
No, I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying other people
Yeah,
were. Like,
yeah.
I get it. Like the guys who are now the stars want everything the Live has and all the history and notoriety and benefits the PGA Tour has. And why wouldn't they? Like they
Yeah.
decided to stay.
No, we've already solved it. It has to be that world tour with the system.
They did make some sense
Has
this
to be.
week when they had talked about too many other guys end up getting to stick around for too long, right?
I agree
we
with
have
that.
Some of those guys that are 250 in the world, they're 250th in the world, but they won 15 years ago, so they still have some sort of
and
status.
I
right?
really wish, like, not to get on Live stuff again, but like I wish DJ didn't resign from the tour because he's got lifetime status. 'Cause he got all those wins.
Yeah.
So like at any point he could be like, "Hey, I
going
want to
back,
play."
yeah.
Like just to be a dink about it. They'd never let him in, but it would have been funny to like just see him do that.
Oh, it would have been great.
Last one here. Just wanted to mention hole 6.
I can't believe Russ.
There's some numbers there.
Hole 6 reared its teeth, I guess, this week. Knapp, Fleetwood trying to break the shot tracers, but
Yeah.
12.
10s, 12s.
12 was the highest this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nap
Nap
at 12.
had 12, yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
touch Daly's 18, but
I feel like Knapp, like
yeah.
Daly was this by the end, like
the best part about the Daly 18 is he birdied 7 right after. A deuce on 7.
yeah. Because I don't think
deuce,
like I
that's
think
so
Knapp
good.
hit
So
a couple
good.
bad had a couple bad swings where Daly was just legitimately going for it.
Yeah.
For 7 shots or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But like he was just nutting them for 7 shots and just didn't have it enough in the tank. So
Rory got mad this week a couple times too.
he got mad on Full Swing too. They showed him throwing his club and whatnot at
Yeah.
the
He broke the tee marker at
Oh.
Bay Hill this week, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And Clark was kind of shown
Yeah,
kind of
he
took a chunk out of the fairway there.
big chunk. Yep.
Yeah.
Just like you, eh?
It happens to everybody. Literally
for sure.
everybody does it.
Canadians?
Taylor continuing a good year. T12. Connors T18, Hughes T30, Hadwin T52, and Svensson jinxed and thus dead fucking last by Knoop. You cannot pick Canadians anymore. Not allowed.
One of what, 7 people to miss the cut?
Yeah.
About that.
There wasn't
We'll
many.
touch Puerto Rico Open real quick. Bryce Garnett won over Eric Barnes on the 4th playoff hole.
That's it.
Thought it was weird. Like, they just played 18 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, like normally they
Always.
mix in another one after a couple, don't they?
I'm glad I didn't watch that because I tuned in during the first playoff hole for about a minute, and then I just turned back to Scheffler up by 5 with like 3 holes left. I was like, I'd rather watch this.
It was a tough field.
Yeah.
Bit of a
I don't know
Honesty,
why.
just
Makes sense.
honesty.
Yeah.
but a bit of a punch bowl trophy. Rained pretty heavily on Thursday. Now, I don't know if it was the rain delay that did in Roger Sloan or
Oh, yeah.
someone got looking a little early because he was hot out of the gates.
No.
Like real hot out of the gates, like 4 under after
I'll
6
confess,
or something like
I
that.
didn't look until Saturday at that leaderboard.
But did you
where
think
he was?
it?
No, didn't.
But yeah, he
I
never
look
got it
every
going
hole.
again after the rain delay because he was,
T56.
yeah, something like
Maybe
that.
too many
55.
Instagram posts during the rain delay.
Too many mom waters.
Oh.
And then the other story of this, DJ Trahan missed the Pro-Am, and normally that results in a DQ, but for whatever reason, the tour just let
Right.
him keep
And
playing.
who was the guy that got mad?
Robert
Garrigus,
Garrigus was
yeah.
first alternate.
How bad do you feel if you're Garrigus that they would rather have DJ Trahan in than you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
But
that's an odd one to me because like Garrigus has been around for
Yeah.
ever.
Yes.
So is DJ.
and then you just
camo shirts.
make a new rule just like that. No, we'll keep you.
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah.
Gave him a sponsors exemption.
I guess.
That's
But,
it.
Canadians in that one.
Nothing.
Roger Sloan, T56.
Didn't have it. Didn't have it.
Aces, birthdays, shots of the week. Aces, Mario Tiziani made an ace on the Champions Tour, and Joaquin Neiman and Kali Samuja made aces on the Live. And there was that
Jocko.
Albatross where the guy drove a par 5 in the wind.
That's so fake. That one.
And yeah, like
Downhill, downwind. No.
I still don't buy it. I just
No.
feel like they threw a ball on the green and said, "Hey, make this putt." We'll
Got
call it an
15 people
albatross."
to surround the green to
Yeah.
take the video.
That's exactly it.
Dumb. No one posted, or I didn't find any birthdays. And then shots of the week. Anyone?
I
got
posted one, didn't I? For
a
someone?
birthday.
Or shots of the week.
I do have a
I
shot
don't
a
do
week.
shots of the week, so I thought I
Um,
posted it.
Lots of love for drives this week. So Bryson's 400-yard drive on whatever hole that was.
Downhill, downwind, probably.
Sea level though.
So what? Who cares? I guess.
Okay,
eh?
then my shots of the week. It's actually there's a tie here. It's all 281 shots Will Zalatoris took this week. He's 7 under, pretty solid finish. T4, not bad.
I fucking hate you.
Dude Wipes is definitely, is it Ben Coles that was leading by a couple
that sounds
shots?
right.
Yeah.
Did you can't say now that you don't believe in jinxes.
They're a thing.
I
Don't
cannot.
No, I don't believe it because
I'll be the first one to admit I jinxed Will Zalatoris because I said we should have taken my best bet.
Yes. Yes, you said
And
final
I said
group.
he's got this thing wrapped, or
Yeah.
I said you're golden. Yeah,
Plus 1,800.
I
for the
legit
final group.
thought he had it.
maybe jinxes
And then he
exist
was
for
the second
you
last
guys,
group,
but
so.
they don't for me.
Okay.
Oh,
'Cause
and anyways,
I
my
talked about them Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
this
Nothing happened.
my shot of the week. I stumbled upon it on PGA Tour Twitter because I cannot believe that they posted this. But it was Joe Highsmith at the Puerto Rico Open hitting a full-on shank.
That lefty?
That lefty,
Yeah, I
he was
saw
on
that.
like a side hill line. It just went like straight left,
Yeah.
and like they don't even show those on like TV when they happen. For them, for the PGA Tour to do this guy that dirty, I thought was
It might have been a toe shank. Like it might have been towed straight left.
yeah. I don't know what he
not
was trying to
hosel,
do.
it was
Like
like-
It might have been towed.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he was like trying to hit like a little like punch draw, and it just like
Yeah.
went the other way off this like pretty significant lie. But like even the Tiger shank like wasn't posted by PGA Tour. It was like other things that
everyone
screen
else.
caps from the
Yeah,
TV,
but that
right?
like Tiger Shank was like 45 degrees. This thing was like 85 degrees.
directly left.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
who knows where it went. But yeah, so that's shots of the week. News.
Is there much for news?
Hopefully nothing.
We're already at
There's
an
a-
hour and 10 minutes.
Just pop through a few here.
You
We
know
gotta
what
get to
is
the players.
news? Leading the news is Russell Wilson's on the Steelers.
He might be good, man. Play action.
That's
He
what
might.
everyone says.
Play action.
Fucked.
Oh boy.
He actually might be good in that division because that division, other than the Ravens, stinks.
Got the running backs. We got two good receivers.
Although if he does
We're
stink,
all
I
right.
thought they were.
Hey, they
trading
said the
Deontay.
Broncos had
They
two
might.
good receivers for him. So
Yeah, they're terrible.
Judy and Sutton are.
Judy got
quite
traded for a fifth yesterday.
Where'd he go?
Cleveland.
Oh, that's even worse for you.
They can have him. He's terrible.
Yeah, I did say
He
that
never
that
lived up.
division's a joke, but I mean, Steelers are definitely fourth in it.
Yeah. Well, no. What do you mean definitely? They were
Definitely.
fourth this year, and
They're
they were worse this
definitely-
year than they're going to be next year,
They're definitely
aren't they?
fourth.
They had injuries everywhere.
They're
Quarterback got hurt.
they just cut Peterson, didn't they?
You
Or
guys
he
are so
retired?
fucked. Joe Burrow has no arm left.
That's a positive for you. Yeah, the Bengals are probably worse. You're right.
Yeah.
News. So Webb Simpson, Ricky Fowler, all these guys saying that a PIF deal is needed. And then I don't know if you guys saw that article I posted about how it's actually a Tiger Woods problem because he's like the one standing in the way of this.
Oh, easy.
Yeah. So you guys
Who
can go
said
back
that?
and read
Who wrote that article?
I don't know, some golf thing.
See,
Might have
here's
been
the
me.
problem.
I don't know.
Here's the problem: is Harv posts things in the pod topics for us to read and understand, so we can bring up to. But then he says this, and then he doesn't want to explain any further.
So
that-
essentially, what they're saying with it is that Tiger Woods is against any type of PIF or merger with the Saudis for whatever reason, and he has Jay Monahan's ear. And even though he's not this generation now, like these younger guys. I mean, Webb Simpson's not that much younger, but Ricky and all these guys like know that this is the next step forward. And Tiger's like, nah, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Da 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 da. So that's kind of the gist of that article. But
okay, that makes
so
sense.
we will see what happens
Well,
there. But
there's
I think
gotta
it's
be a
done.
point- Got to be
but-
a point that Tiger has to get kind of pushed out of the way almost.
You would think so.
I still does anyone find it weird that there hasn't been a single Sunday Red thing since it was announced? Like, is it only a thing
I
when he's
think it
around?
was a
I
flop.
don't follow his Insta, so I have no idea.
I think it's
if
gotta
there
be a
is
flop.
anything.
Like,
But
that's
also,
not a
he
good
also
logo.
said he was going to play 12 times this year, and he's played one round.
He's not
Well,
playing
and
players.
they said that they were worried that they thought he was going to play this week, and Friday came and nothing.
He's
and
a Riv and the majors guy now. That's all he is. Just 5,
But he said 12.
but he's wrong.
Yeah.
He lied.
He's got to save himself
His,
now
I mean, yeah.
because that's a
Lied
It's
about
5 a year.
this.
he's got to
Lied about his marriage vows, all this stuff.
the shit. Those shits that he's got are hey, those shits he's got have lasted a long time.
yeah. Kevin Kisner returning to the booth for the players, and more than likely going to be the full-time guy there. So that's good news.
I also got
yeah.
I got a huge chuckle out of you saying last week sounds like a hobby, but now it's almost more funny because golf actually is now his hobby because announcing is his full-time job.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. And then the other, I guess, big one, Haley Davidson. I'm sure everyone
This
remembers
is a big
Haley,
one.
yep.
her, him, whatever. But
Them.
them got banned from the NXXT tour.
This was the one that she was supposed to be elevated to, right? Or this is
That was
the
one
no,
she was
this is
on.
the one she's
Oh,
on.
on.
So she
Gotcha.
is now banned from that. And the funny part was that they banned her on International Women's Day.
yeah.
What they did?
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So
now I do.
does she still get the next step that she earned by winning?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
You probably have to be in good standing with the tour to get.
I don't
those.
know. That's why I'm asking. Like, she won and then
Yeah,
it's like
I
did
don't know,
something that
but-
she doesn't care about.
I mean, good for that tour for sticking up for women like that. But yeah, moving on. Liv Hong Kong won by Abe Answer. Beat Paul Casey and Cam Smith in a playoff, so came down to the wire.
Abe
Anthony
Ancer won that tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Anthony Kim was 5 under in the third round.
65.
Took-
fifth best round of the day.
And
That's impressive.
think
Yeah.
what's going to happen now that he got fitted for golf clubs for the
So
first time
I read
ever.
today he actually still hasn't.
Oh, he still hasn't?
Yeah, on the broadcast they said that he did, but I think they fucked up because they interviewed him after, and he's like, "Yeah, I still haven't." So I'm gonna get it before our next tournament in Miami.
Wow.
So
Seems like John Rahm's been up there in every live tournament, but just seems like he can't put 3 rounds together. So it's amazing he was able to put 4 rounds together on the PGA Tour. So
Also,
he needs that extra round to
how
come
many-
back.
How
Must
many
be.
pods?
Yeah.
How many pods ago? It was less than 2 where we said Abe Answers completely disappeared.
It might have been last
I
week.
That's
think it
what I'm
was
saying.
last week,
yeah, I think it might have been last week.
Just a couple other
That's
quick
an
ones
auto
on
bet
it.
every time.
Did the
we say that.
Fireballs win?
No.
Oh.
blew
Cru-
it.
the Crushers
biggest-
won
the
again.
Did you see
biggest
my
comeback.
message? Knoop said on Thursday, I bet the Fireballs a week too early, and then I posted this morning, or not.
It was
They weren't
were
even
the only
they weren't
team
even top
over par.
no,
weren't
they
even
were like
close.
5th or 6th after today.
Yeah, they were. Everyone else was at least 3 to 7 under, and they were 1 over
Yeah.
as a team.
Good.
But, so the Crushers won again, and it was actually close this week. They only won by 2
Yeah.
or a couple. And then tough Friday for Phil. Like he was like 10 over or something like that, which is kind of funny considering last week he said how like close he is to being a relevant player again. So that made me chuckle a little bit. Next, moving on, LPGA, the Blue Bay LPGA, won by Bailey Tardy. I mean, it's quite the sponsorship for a Saskatoon-based rub and tug, an LPGA Tour event. Right?
I love it. I love it. Hard.
Savannah Grewal was 4th, and Maud-Amy LeBlanc missed the cut. A bit of a Wanamaker trophy style there. DP World Tour, the Johnson Workwear Open, won by Matteo Manacero, if you remember that name.
Yes, sir.
11 years since his last win. He's 30 years old.
That's crazy.
Don't
That's
think it's over.
wild.
I don't think it's over.
Yeah, I posted it.
What do you mean?
He has to come back tomorrow and play a hole and a half, I believe.
They had a picture on their website
Are
with
you
him
sure?
holding a
11
trophy.
years after his
played in the
last
dark,
win. Wins again in the
okay.
dark after
I
delay.
thought- okay, after
Yeah.
the delay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
he
remember
played in the
reading
dark.
earlier today, I haven't been on Twitter, but they said that the delay was going to probably cause him to
Haven't been
have
on
to come
Twitter
back
or in
tomorrow.
our group chat.
Oh,
So,
yeah, well, I don't know. I just went on the website like I always do and just saw him holding the trophy.
So I guess
I imagine they
guess he
didn't give it
did.
to them
I
after
guess he
7.
did.
I imagine they didn't give that,
Here,
that to
take
him
it.
after 71 holes.
You can come back tomorrow, but none of us are.
We'll give you a free round tomorrow. Aaron Cockrell is 55th. The trophy was that I saw on there that he won just a golf ball on like a point, like a little triangle with a golf ball point on there for the
Yeah.
trophy
A little bit late.
aficionados around there.
Like a tee.
I don't think so.
Corn Ferry Tournament, the Estera Chili Classic, won by Taylor Dixon, also in a playoff against, I don't know, Winstead. I forgot his first name here. Winstead blew a 4-shot lead and then lost in the playoff. He was up 4 going into Sunday. This was Taylor Dixon's 81st start on the Corn Ferry Tour, and this is his first win. So
Good for him.
journeyman there. Interesting trophy, a bird on a stump. Just saying, might be the one you want to win if you ever get there.
Yeah, right.
Jared Dutois and Miles Crichton were 8th. At 10, Papineau was 67th. Stu Mack, Will Bateman, Thomas Giroux, and Yella Maraju all missed the cut. And then the last one, the Champions Tour, the Cologard Classic, won by Joe Durant. Stuart Sink blew this one. He was up 2 going into the back 9 on Sunday and went 4 over in his last 5 with a triple bogey to lose this one to Joe Durant. Alker was 2nd, Ames 7th, Weir 27th. Kirk Triplett was actually DQ'd for a non-conforming club.
Seriously.
Yeah. So whenever I read that, I think like that old Callaway driver that didn't have grooves on the face.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he used, but
Maybe he was a two-way chipper. They could go both ways.
Yeah, love that.
are those non-conforming?
wedges?
I don't know. They probably are.
What was
The two-way or not? No.
The chippers?
Club-
You
No,
can't
no,
use
no.
them?
What
Can't
about
use 'em.
Club Pro guys, camel toe technology?
That's conforming for sure. But the trophy here is that Phil Mickelson helmet like that he
Really?
wore. But yeah, so that's it for news. Pick recap.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I won the Arnold Palmer.
Wow.
Matty B won the Puerto Rico.
Really?
Sweet.
Fuck, I thought I won it.
That's so stupid.
My guys pissed it away, I think, today.
Yeah,
And
go for it.
so season standings are Matty B 14 for his 1 point at the Puerto Rico. Harv 10 because I got 3 points for the Arnold Palmer because Bronell graciously gave me Scottie Scheffler.
Forgot about that.
and Bronell 8, Canute 5th. So at the Arnold Palmer, I had Sung J M 18th, Scottie Scheffler 1st, then EVR 25th for a 15 average. Matty B was 2nd. He had Connors 18, Cantlay 36, and Wyndham Clark 2nd for a 19 average.
Wow.
Canoop was 3rd. He had Matthew Pavon 52nd, Jordan Spieth 30th, and Adam Svensson 68 miscut for a 50 average. And Bronell had Kurt Kitayama 68 miscut, Hovland 36th, and Jake Knapp 57th for a 54 average.
So did you learn your lesson for your little gimmick theme thing? You and Matty B giving each other Spieth and Cantlay. So then Harv and I just gave each other Scheffler and Hovland, and he ends up winning with Scheffler.
What are you talking?
You learned your lesson.
Sorry, were you talking to me?
Just say yes, and then we'll move on. You learned it.
How come they got 68th? Were they all tied?
Oh, doesn't matter. There's also no odds out yet for the players. So we'll probably have to pick offline this week.
False, but
They're not on
So,
Bet365.
and then we'll go through Puerto Rico real quick. Matty B had Norlander 15th, Aaron Rye 23rd, Harrison Endicott?
Yep.
Endicott? 42nd for a 26 average. Canoop was 2nd. He had Semikawa 49th, Hisatsune 18th, and Rafael Campos 18th for a 28 average. Bronell was 3rd, Joel Damon 49th, Gracerman 15th,
Thanks.
and Meissner 23rd for a 29 average. And then I was 4th here. I had David Skin 67th, Chan Kim really tanked on the weekend, 61st, and whatever his name, Tosti there missed the cut for a 73 for a 67 average for myself there.
Oof.
But
Oof.
won the one that matters.
I have a suggestion for the players.
Okay.
We can pick whoever the fuck we want.
I was also thinking about this, but
And then there's still one giveaway inside the top whatever.
as much as I like that, as a guy who's winning under the current guidelines, I would prefer if we kept it.
Whatever.
I think
Coward your way out, whatever.
Well, no, coward. You're just trying to.
Well, I mean,
cowardly
you can be a coward.
Change the rules.
How is that cowardly?
Well,
This
you're
is
losing and you're changing the rules.
just a suggestion.
Well, but
Denied.
Okay, well,
Thanks.
So we're
but
picking
we also don't have odds.
you got to
Yeah,
go
there's no
online.
odds.
And, yeah, who knows what they are?
I mean,
so we'll pick
odds
offline
are
for that.
out there.
The
but we just won't be able to
another
use
reason
365.
not to do pods on Sunday.
Yeah, that's maybe the only reason.
There's multiple reasons.
If you
News
go-
was half as big as it should have been.
Yeah, the odds are actually not out.
My
they
alarms.
are out, just not on 365. So
They're
who
not
do you
on
want to know?
Easy office pools aren't out either.
Well, they're on FanDuel, DraftKings, and Caesars. So
Where are we going? DraftKings Sports.
Do you have a preview or no?
I do.
Oh.
A
while
very
he's-
quick
while
one because
he's
again,
rambling.
the stuff that I get to look at is not up yet, so it's gonna be quick.
Yeah.
Another reason.
So go look at DraftKings golf odds while he's.
Players
I'm on there.
Championship, TPC Sawgrass, Ponte Vedra, Florida, par 72, 7,189 yards. This is the 5th signature event of the year with 143 players this week. Prize pool is the largest of the year, $25 million with 4.5 going to the winner. We do have Scottie, obviously coming back to defend last year's title. He had a 5-shot victory over Tyrrell Hatton last year, so Hatton not here this week.
Coming back to defend, that's never been done before.
There we go.
Never
So
been done.
5-shot victory, I believe, this week, right? So now he's looking to also defend that 5-shot victory next week. So we'll see how that goes. And my last little point, they call this golf tournament the best field in golf. Does that still apply?
Whatever.
Should they change it?
The answer is yes, it does. It does because it is the best field in golf. It doesn't matter that 5 guys aren't there. It's still the best field. You're
Yeah.
not getting a better field.
The Masters field is pretty darn good.
The PGA field would be better.
I'm just saying.
No,
some
not
of
with
these
the
guys aren't
PGA
there.
pros. Not with the PGA
Oh,
pros.
Michael Block.
Yeah, and the Masters.
The
I
open
mean, you're
field.
missing some
sure,
guys.
open field, sure. Or U.S. Open.
I'm just saying from top to bottom, it's probably the second best field in golf.
So not best.
No.
That's
the
it.
best available field for a tour.
We have. Did you guys find the odds?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
have
plus
the odds.
5,000 or below cannot be picked.
Plus 5,000 or below.
I wanted to find the tee times out yet,
There was a couple featured groups, but that was it.
because I just saw a stat today that 14 of the last 16 winners had the early late start times. The only two that didn't
out
were Keimer and Tiger, 13, 14.
If we were taping this on Monday, there's a chance they'd be out right before the pod. But Sunday pod, that's probably why the odds aren't on 365.
But my
That's the
alarm
list.
is set for 3:15 on Tuesday morning, so
yes,
that's why we're doing the pod tonight.
yes. And fun fact: when I signed
Stay
into
up.
when I signed into Bet
Well,
365,
I would have, yeah.
I signed into Bet 365 right now to look at the golf odds, and my account number was different. I was like, "What the hell? Did I win a bet that I didn't place?" Because I bet on Harris English this week to finish top 10, and he finished 15th. So I'm like, "Well, that's not it." I looked last night before I went to bed, somewhat under the influence. I made a basketball bet that hit today.
Well,
Forgot all about
congratulations.
it.
Way to go.
Nice.
Yeah,
So what's the number?
5,000 plus 5,000.
So can I
So-
pick Finau or no?
So
No.
here's the
Okay.
rule. Harv won. I won Puerto Rico, so it goes 1-2. I was also second at.
Yeah, you're fine that way.
Okay.
I'm going to take, I'm going back to the well. Taking Sung JM.
Yeah. You see that post Willie Wilcox had today? It's like
No.
Im's bag was he had it tucked in bed in the hotel room or something like that. It was kind of lame.
In the same bed?
Like, it was just the picture of the bed with his bag. Im's bag was tucked in. Like, it was going, it was
because
going
Willie
to sleep.
Wilcox was in charge of it?
Well, he's caddying for him.
Yeah, I know that,
Yeah.
but he had his bag.
Yeah, I guess he keeps it in his room. I
I
don't
think that's like a norm? Like the caddy has to look after the clubs?
Or would you keep
Question.
your own
Usually.
bag in your own room?
I'd probably have my caddy look after it. It's their job.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if
yeah.
anything happens, easy reason to fire him.
Yeah.
I mean, Sungjae doesn't need any
Sungjae-
more
yeah,
reasons.
I was going to say, maybe not for Sungjae. Look at him the wrong way.
I was picking this guy prior to looking at last year's results, but it confirmed what I was thinking. I'm taking Tom Hoagie.
You love taking Tom Hoagie.
Love him. And he was T3 here last
Well,
year.
he's a friend of the pod, so it makes sense.
I was going to take him anyway. But
Canoop.
Me? I'll take Min Woo Lee.
T6 last year.
You like that guy,
Callaway guy.
right?
How can I not?
Those black irons, right?
No, that's
No,
Chris
that's Kirk, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to fucking
What did
navigate
John
through here.
Rahm withdraw from last year here? John Rahm with last year was a WD here. Do you remember?
I do not.
Sorry to put you on the spot and sound dumb.
I do not remember.
I don't know why I'm taking this guy, but he's been hot. He may not be good here. I'm taking Steven Yeager.
Love Steven Yeager.
What was the tournament that Rahm didn't win because of COVID?
The
Genesis.
Jack Nicklaus one.
Oh, right, it was. Jack.
Oh, Memorial.
Memorial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
they was after 3 rounds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pulled him off the green on the 18th hole of the third round and said,
Yeah.
you tested positive. You can't play tomorrow."
You're leading this tournament.
Oh,
yet
yeah, that's
And
what
he
it
You're too
was.
sick to
wasn't
play.
He leading by like 4.
Yeah, it was a lot. He was way up.
He had won the tournament. He wasn't
Yeah.
winning it.
I am going to take. I just got a feeling. Taking Fitzy.
He's been
Oh my
terrible.
God.
He's the only guy to
He's
miss the
so
cut at
bad.
both the Genesis and the Arnold Palmer.
So
And
I'm telling you, I got a feeling.
I guess so.
Okay. He's not playing super well of late, but I really don't want to take. I can't do it. I'm not taking Tom Kim. I'm taking Siwoo Kim.
It was between the Kims, hey?
Yep.
What about Chan?
I'm going to take Corey.
Another jinx, hey? I just told you.
Hey, what's your theme? There's no
I know.
theme here.
I
Yeah.
don't have a theme
Yeah,
this week.
because
Oh,
he-
No
you
theme
can
this
make
week.
one up after.
He's the same.
No
with,
theme
he's
this
the
week.
same with his theme as he is
No.
with his boycotts of booze. Just give him like a week and a half, and it'll
Yeah.
be gone.
No theme. Not enough time. Sunday
The
pods.
theme is no theme. Yeah. Oh, another reason. Yep.
This guy's been usually in the top section, so we can't pick him. And he was T19 last year and pretty good last week. I'm taking Russ Henley.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was top 10 this week,
I
wasn't
hate that guy. He might be my most disliked.
he? Why?
I don't know. I just don't like him.
Just too plain?
Yeah, like I don't like him.
Okay.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. Just
You giving me Scottie this week for payback,
I
or
wish I could, but I can't.
oh, you can?
No, I can't. I'm gonna give. Man, that's a tough one to give. Hey,
You got to give.
you gotta give. I'm gonna. Shit.
Come on.
Come on.
I'll give. Try and help Canoop's theme. I'll give him Hideki Matsuyama.
All right. Who's in second?
You, Harv.
I'm going to give Harv Cam Young.
Oh, that's where I was gonna go too.
Yeah,
Good thinking.
he might be due. So you got to give to me.
This is so
And
hard.
you got to give to me.
Yeah.
What kind of deal we're working out here?
I mean, I already know who I'm giving you. What deal? Why would you get a
Any
deal?
Any
Why
deal
would you get
want.
a deal? Like
Any
you're
deal.
talking cash in exchange for a better pick?
Whatever you want. The window seat on the way to town.
That's
I booked
tempting.
the flights. I
That's
booked the
tempting.
flights, so
Yeah.
I'm sitting whichever seat I want.
Oh, I don't
sorry,
want that
who-
middle
I'm
one.
giving to you.
Yeah.
Guess Shane Lowry.
He's
He's been
been-
good
he's
2
been
weeks
hot.
in a row, so I'm banking on him.
Yeah.
That's generous.
Yeah. Matty B's getting Tommy Fleetwood. So
That's okay. Don't hate him.
yeah, I mean it's a PGA event though. So
Well, he's T27 here last year.
Wouldn't be a PGA event
Now-
without
now,
Fleetwood
for those-
underperforming.
For those that remember, he's T27. He shot 4 over in the last round, which I
Wasn't
think he
he
was like the final
second
group.
the year before?
Yeah.
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 Uh,
that's
best
it.
bets. I don't know. I can look one up. I guess.
Well, we don't have
We
a lot of
we
access.
don't have odds.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh,
when
yeah.
they come out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'll
we'll
send
put
you
it
a
in the
couple.
graphic. We'll put
I'll
it in the
send you a
graphic.
couple.
I like Will Z this week.
Fuck you.
Do you have a futures on him this week too?
No, I tried to place it last week, but it was too short.
Well, I just come into some extra money from last night's wagers. So
What, like $10? What are we talking here?
no, 217.
Holy!
Well, that's
No,
nice.
117.
Oh,
217s by account balance. 217s by account balance. Yeah.
A big difference.
Well, that's how much I have available.
I get it, but
Put
I
it
was
all
I
on
was
him, I
riding.
guess.
I was scraping the barrel there for a bit.
this trip's perfect. We're gonna be back Saturday, just in time for Warriors Blades, huge game,
Yep.
and then watch the final round on Sunday.
Yep. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. I can't wait to play golf outside.
Yeah, you better get us a fucking tee time somewhere. I'll tell you that.
You don't have tea times yet?
Well, we have one.
Golf now. Whatever.
Golf
it is.
now apparently is the thing,
Yeah.
and now it's supposed to rain next Friday.
We can literally book that one course like right now if you wanted to. But
yeah, but that par
he doesn't want,
60.
You
he doesn't
do
want to play
want
the par
to.
60.
Yeah, well, I don't want to play.
There's a par
60.
60 a block away from our Airbnb.
Yeah, I don't want to play that.
No.
We're already
Pass.
playing. We're already playing grass clippings, which
Yeah,
is
it's
short.
a free round. That's our third round we're talking about.
Yeah,
It's supposed to rain on Friday. The last thing we want to do is spend
That's a week out,
200
though.
bucks. We're not spending $200 USD to play in the rain. I'll tell you that
No.
for free.
It
Live
ain't
a
gonna
little.
rain.
is
Mine.
Top Golf outdoors, or are you
Not where
covered?
you hit.
You're
You're
covered.
covered.
Oh, okay. So you could play there in
100%.
wet weather.
We're going there no matter what.
Top golf is so overrated.
It is for sure.
Yeah.
Bring a couple twigs though. Bring your own.
You should just be going there just to like drink and eat the chicken wings.
They got good food there.
Food's
San
pretty
Antonio
solid.
one did, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I can't wait. Anyway,
Wrap it up.
you guys got anything else?
Long
big,
one.
Big day in the bracket. Big week in the bracket.
Yeah.
But until next week, it's time for us to hit the clubhouse.